Hey, everybody, this is your boy from Sorry I Didn't Come With a Filter podcast, and then if you're watching this on YouTube, it's Vasilius didn't come with a podcast or filter. I know it's a little dim-lidded right now, I understand, I'm sorry, that's just kind of, I had a bit of a hectic day today. Just a little nuts, let's just say that. I'm all over the place today, but today I'm even better and I'm feeling great. I'll be right back because I gotta grab a drink. Got me water now. So, recap. Dodgers won. I'm so happy. Yeah, let's go, boys. Let's go, Dodgers. Dodgers. I love the Dodgers. Dodgers. I smell it. Let's make another championship season. Come on. Willie needs another championship hat to go with his Dodger gear, baby. So, yeah, I'm just going to switch up my glasses a little here. Sorry about that. Oh, wow, I can see again. Look at that. That is awesome. Awesome sauce. So, to recap, both wildcard games were super fucking tight this year. I give props to the Yankees and the Red Sox. I'm giving props to the Cardinals and the Dodgers. Usually in wildcard games, they're fucking the bats are lighting them up, pitching is good and all that shit, but this year's, it was really, really stiff, really tough call, and a really hard games to actually say who was going to win, because it was just ridiculous. But again, let's go Dodgers. Ugh, yeah, I hate Boston Red Sox so much, but I own a couple of their hats, but still, I love collecting championship hats too, so I have that thing going on. So we're coming up, next week is the NHL regular season, and then the following week it is the NBA opening season, so that is going to be a lot of sport intake for me, and I think I'm going to be kicked into overdrive if matcha, coffee, and, well, working out doesn't do it for me right now. I'm just going to be in complete, utter overdrive. So, yeah, the World Series game last night, not the World Series, the wildcard game it was ridiculous. It was awesome. I was watching it. I was cheering on my Dodgers there. I love it. It was a fantastic game. I can't say any more. It's just, I got no more words to say. It was awesome. It was fantastic. Baseball, it's October. It's the hunt for the World Series. So, let's see what rolls out afterwards here. I think they're facing the Giants next. So, swipe out the San Fran team. Anyways, I'm going to jump into another one. It's the Thursday nighter. You got the Rams and the Seahawks. So, I hate to say this, Seahawk fans. I'm a Seahawk fan too. I'm a Chiefs fan, a Seahawk fan. I hate to say it, but I'm a Chargers and a Rams fan now too. I'm becoming a fan of a lot of teams, and a Buccaneers fan. So, it's just kind of ridiculous. But again, come Saturday, I will do my fantasy picks for my one game, for one thing. I'm not going to do two. I'm not going to do three. I'm not going to do four. I'm going to try just doing one right now. Money's a little tight, so what can I say? It's going to be a tight game. It's here in Seattle. It's up in Seattle, just below me on BC here. But I have a funny feeling Stafford's going to just come back and he's just going to ball out. That team's just ridiculously good. I believe they got Jalen Ramsey there and all that. So it is a hell of a good game. Congrats to Brady. I maybe didn't say this recently. Congrats to Brady passing Drew Brees, being one of 4 or 5 guys to complete the entire, taking out all NFL teams, 32 teams. That's another big accomplishment to a man who has won 7 Super Bowl championships, multiple MVP trophies, and the guy's career is stacked. It's a Hall of Fame stacked. if there was an elite Hall of Fame, he's in there. So that's where it's going on that end. So I'm going to do some predictions today. And I might switch them up a little. But it looks like right now you got the Jets versus the Falcons. You got Ryan versus Wilson. I think Wilson just smelt the first victory. So it looks like the Jets might just take off. But again, you got Falcons. They're so good at doing what they do best, and that's always be an underdog too. But they're both underdogs. They're 1-3 in the season, so everybody's favoring Falcons. I'm going to favor the Jets this week. I'm just got a feeling. And then you got New England and the Texans, who are 1-3 each. Again, another kind of like, dogfight of a battle that could be shipping downstream. I think Belichick is going to get his crap together here soon. And he's just going to get Mac Jones rolling. And, yeah, the Patriots are favored. I'm going to pick Patriots even. You got the Dolphins versus the GOAT that I just talked about, TB. Antonio Brown, Godwin, Evans, they're all there in Tampa. Yeah, Miami. I'm sorry, but when you lost, whatever. When you lost, your Tua to an injury, it's a harsh downer. It's an ass whooping of a season on that end. So, yeah, the Buccaneers are going to win. They're going to ball out. You got Carolina versus the Eagles. No Christian McCaffrey again. But, I think it humbled Sam Darnold a little when he got stomped on by, Dallas. Dallas has you can't argue with Dallas. Dallas is a good team. They're going to be up there. And Dak is doing what he's doing. McCarthy's finally just letting the guys do what they do best, and that's just ball out, throw down the ball, run the game, do everything right, do the great defensive work. So it works. Titans, so I'm picking the Panthers over the Eagles. Eagles, I'm sorry, Jalen Hurts and all of them, and Devontae Smith and that. I'm sorry. Or Devontae Adams. I don't remember which Devontae it is, so. And then you got the Jaguars versus the Titans. Again, this is like the do-or-die situation for Urban Meyer. It has nothing to do with Terrence, or Trevor Lawrence. It doesn't have anything to do with that team. It has everything to do with the coaching. And I think Urban Meyer he's a great college coach, but he's just not a great NFL coach. So that's my split on that. So yeah, the Titans are going to beat that piss out of them. You got the lonely Lions as the lonely Jaguars too are 0-4. So, and you got the Vikings who are 1-3. The Vikings, you're playing in Minnesota. Jared Goff's got to find somewhere, somehow, to get this offense just kickstarted, and the coach too. Like, somehow you guys got to figure out what you're doing. Because you're not just a debacle, you're a disaster. You're a shitstorm. So, Vikings all the way. Packers versus the Bengals. Oh, Burrow. Joe Burrow. You're gonna try to do gunslinging with a gunslinging legend in Mr. Rogers, a.k.a. Bad Man. Yeah, Rogers has got a lot of weapons he can use, and he is also a very dynamic thrower of the ball. He can throw the Hail Mary if he has to. So, it's just, people are comparing Burrow wanting to chase after Rodgers. You can't chase Rodgers. I'm sorry. Rodgers is a living legend as Tom Brady and everybody else who are great. So I'm picking the Packers on this. I'm sorry. It's just going to be a gunslinging show. And then you got the Saints versus the Washington football team. The Saints, I know the Saints are going to just walk in there and just beat the shit out of them. Jameis Winston has a lot to prove even to the Buccaneer organization, and how many people have said, oh, maybe he's not that great. He is a great quarterback. He's a fantastic quarterback. I don't know why everybody gives up on the guy. He's a great quarterback. So I'm picking the Saints. The Broncos versus the Steelers. The 3-1 Broncos are not favored. The Steelers are favored in Pittsburgh, in Steeltown, in Steel City. Big Ben Roethlisberger. I think all the injuries, the father time, everything's just, it's caught up to him. You know, Najee Harris, no knock to him, no knock to Chase Claypool, no knock to Juju Smith-Schuster, you know, nothing. Those offensive weapons, those three I just said, they're so good. Big Ben, I think, is just too big and getting too old, and he's just banged up. So, they're favoring them. I'm favoring Teddy Bridgewater and the Bronx on this one. Even though I think they have a few players injured. You got the Bears versus the 3-1 Raiders. Who the hell would have thought the Raiders be 3-1 this season? Come on, every other season they've been like just piss poor bullshit. But they're favoring the Raiders because it is in Vegas. Justin Fields is from here on out the starting quarterback for the Bears. So the Bears and Matt Nagy have finally figured out Justin Fields, give him the ball, let him control the calls, and you could probably get a victory. So, you know, I'm going with the Bears. You got the Browns versus the Chargers. Okay. The hot shot up and starter, Justin Herbert. Herbert is unbelievably a great young quarterback coming up. He's going to be one of the elites. You got Baker Mayfield, who is another one. But I was watching a lot of stuff with the NFL shows and stuff. Odell Beckham's got to, you know, kind of slow himself down a little so he can make these grabs, these catches. It was ridiculous last weekend. Baker threw the ball at him, but his head was pointing towards the freaking goalpost, not really realizing where the hell the ball is. As a wide receiver, you should be watching that shit. You should be, you know, knowing where you're going to be standing, because catching it from behind you with your eyes going this way, what, you got eyeballs in the back of your head? I doubt that. I'm not going to discredit Odell Beckham. He's a great quarterback. He's just a little too much, you know, showing off with Drake and shit. You know, stay away from Hollywood for now. You're in the season, play the season. But I'm going to go with the Chargers as well, because they're both 3-1, but I'm going with the Chargers because it's in LA. You got the Giants versus the Cowboys. And I was just talking about them a while ago. The Cowboys are going to stampede on the Giants, okay? You may be Giants. These are Cowboys. You got Dak, who's just gunslinging it too, throwing it, balling it out with, you know, CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Ezekiel Elliott. They're all just balling. And you got Gallup in there. You know, you got a lot of warriors going for it. And I heard that, with the sacks, their defense just is crazy, just sacking people. So, yeah, my pick is the Cowboys on that one. The 49ers versus the Cardinals. The 4-0 Cardinals. This would be a surprise. This is a surprise. But it's not. DeAndre Hopkins and his fellow running backs and receivers in that offensive line just killing it out there. With Kyler Murray doing a great job as a quarterback, the coach just instructing him, do what you do best and throw that ball, run that ball, do what you got to do. And they're putting all the game plans together. They're doing a fantastic job in Arizona. I can't discredit the Cardinals at all. They are so fantastically built and awesomely cool to watch. I'm going with them. I'm going with the Cards. Now, Josh Allen versus Mahomes. Last year's AFC Championship match, and apparently could be another one, between the 2-2 Chiefs and the 3-1 Bills. Okay, it's in Kansas. It's in Kansas, this game. To break it down, You got Mahomes, who's coming off MVP years, and he's still MVP material, always going to be in the candidacy of MVP. Josh Allen is MVP. Jameis Winston should be in the MVP. I will go over that. But right now, two highly MVP caliber quarterbacks with just great offensive, players in the wide receiver range and the running back range. You got Tyreek Hill on the Chiefs. You got Singletary over on the Bills and that. It is just ridiculous. And both of these running backs are like small guys, but to me, they ain't small when you see them freaking pumping iron in the gym. They're pretty damn big, but, again, it's the foreshadowing of that. They favor the Chiefs. I love my Chiefs, but I have to say the Bills. It's just I love Mahomes, but I love Josh Allen at the same. It's like a real hard call for me. And it's the Sunday nighter. And the game itself is going to be so freaking tight. It's unbelievable. I'm not going to even call the spread or the points or how many points by victory. I can't. But it is going to be a good game. Heart saying Chiefs, mind saying Bills. So I'm really I can't make a call on that. They say favored, KC. That's probably where I should lean to. Then in the Monday nighter to end week 5, you got the Colts versus the Ravens. Okay, well the Colts are 1-3, but yet again, Colts are they're just horrible. Just horrible. Ravens, Mr. Baller, Lamar Jackson. Again, I'm going to say it. Keep saying it all year long. All season long. The Lamar Jackson show is going to keep running roughshod. The man can throw he can throw the ball, but he can also run the ball. So, Baltimore. When I was listening to a lot of the NFL talk, everybody was talking about, who could be in the MVP category. Well, okay, so you got Stafford who could be in there. Russell Wilson who can be in there. You got, of course, Tom Brady. Now you got Sam Darnold who could be in there. You got, freaking Aaron Rodgers, of course. Jameis Winston can be in the MVP category. Maybe Joe Burrow, depending. Teddy Bridgewater, depending. Justin Fields, depending. Derek Carr. I'm not going to say Derek Carr can be in the MVP. I don't care how fucking great that freaking stat is right now. It don't matter. Don't matter to me. Dak Prescott is going to be in there. Jimmy G possibly. Kyler Murray can be in there because he's going to be there. And then, as I said about Mahomes and, Allen and Lamar Jackson, they're all in there too in the MVP category. It is ridiculous how many MVP category players there are in the league right now. It is ridiculous. Just ridiculous. But again, I'm not going to question all that. I'm not going to question why most of them are where they are right now. So I'm just going to leave it at that. That's my NFL take today. That's my opinions. That's my takes. That's my, views, predictions, and that. So moving on to the NHL now. Sad news in Canuck land. Jonah Gadjevich got picked up by the San Jose Sharks off waivers. Poor guy. He did his best trying to play in this league, and especially in the Canuck lineup, but it's hard to, squeeze your ass in there when you got so many other talented players. It's just how it is. Petey and Hughes are going to be in the lineup tonight, so that's good. So we have one more preseason game, and then the 13th rolls around, and that's Wednesday, I believe. Let me check. Wednesday, calendar. Yes, it is. It is a Wednesday, so it's fantastic. Start of the NHL regular season. We should have a lot of our starters in there. We got Petey and Hughes coming in. Besser's supposed to be playing that first game too, so that's all right. Let him rest the rest of the preseason. Really, because honestly, you got to see where all these other guys, who you're going to cut, who you're not going to, who basically is going to go. I hear Chaseon's been signed, but I'm not 100% sure on that, so that's what it is. But I'm really disappointed that Gadjevich got picked up. You know, he was a core member of our draft team of draft picks and could be a massive contributor in Abbotsford, but he's gone. So long, Mr. Gadjevich. Future endeavors. I wish you all the best. I hope you come back when we can get you or steal you off the waiver line, you know, re-steal them. But I heard Carey Price is dealing with some mental health issues. I like myself, dealing with it too, but not at a high performance level. Like, you know, I'm just Joe Blow, the DiMaggio motherfucker over here in Canada. So is Mr. Anaheim Lake of BC, from BC, Carey Price, but Carey Price is a multi-millionaire and I'm a broke-ass douchebag. Okay, I'm not a douchebag. Maybe to my friends I'm a douchebag, but yeah, how do you know? But I appreciate what he is doing. He's one of those other athletes out there that's saying it's okay to speak and it's okay to say, hey, I got this problem going on and I'm going to go and deal with it. I'm going to go get help. And, you know, people have to understand mental health. There is help out there. There's a lot of help. And, you know, to be a hardcore hockey fan I am, and a hardcore pro wrestling fan and all other sports, you know, I'm a hardcore sports fan, period. I'm a maniac for this shit. To me, sports is my outlet. Sports to me is my go-to therapeutic, take me away from this whole bullshit world, and I enjoy it. And when I start seeing these, you know, guys saying and, you know, telling the world, hey, I got a problem. I have a problem. That there is like, he's human. He's not immortal like we all think he is as a hardcore sports fan. He is human. We're all human. We all have our own problems. We all can get help. Help is out everywhere. You know, you got apps all over the place. There's a thing called Cerebral or some other stuff. Even your family doctor can help you figure that out. You know, not to prescribe pills, but, you know, get you to talk to somebody. And there's a lot of talk. Like, I am starting to control my brain. I'm starting to control what is overanalyzing, overthinking, anxiety levels. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to read into whatever I get from a text message and other things. I'm not going to read into them. From girls, friends, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to read into this too much. Because that's where it tricks me. This is where my mind goes, hey, gotcha. And I don't want that. I will be doing my workout pretty soon here. But, yeah, I don't want to be all about, you know, the mental health crazy. But I am dealing with my own shit. I'm dealing with it one day at a time, as best as I can, to my ability, my financial straits, and all that. I'm just trying to do what is best for me and how I can just keep myself balanced and calm. Because I can't always be reading text messages from friends, certain people. I just can't be reading this. Because if I read too much, I could get the wrong impression. I can get the wrong ideas. And then my head starts, So I'm just going to lay off and just control it. Whether they message me back or not, that's their thing. That's their opinion. That's their, they got their rights. I'm not going to bother the piss out of them. I'm done, because I've done that so many times in my life that I've ruined friendships and relationships like that. So I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm taking a whole different approach to it. I'm just going to control my urges, control my anxiety, my overthinking and analyzing. I'm going to switch over and maybe play a video game on my phone. Since I have to. I gotta beat that freaking Mario Kart. So, piss on that, man. Mario Kart, you little Luigi bastards. I'm gonna get that shit. So, back to the point. My mental health is starting to... I'm not fooling myself this time. I'm starting to feel a little more better each day. Especially when I work out, I feel even incredible. When I stand on the scale in the morning and I see myself dropping weight, feeling way better. I'm actually, believe it or not, I can actually get up and down a ladder without fearing that I'm going to fall backwards. So I'm actually doing really good. Now I'm going to go on over to the pro wrestling recap. So AEW starts off with the fantastic 8-man tag. It was an 8-man tag. I don't know what happened to Christian Cage in that match. It was a fantastic, it was fucking bombastic match. It was awesome. I love seeing the Elite versus these guys, versus Daniel Bryan and Christian Cage, Jurassic Express. It was so good. It was just, awesome. Especially when Bryan Danielson just tears into people with stiff shots. It was awesome. It was so cool. And then you can't call them yes kicks. You have to call them dragon kicks, because WWE's intellectual property is called the yes kicks. So Vince can't stop the fans from yelling yes, yes, yes out on the top of their lungs. So, you can't stop them from doing that. But if he's respecting their intellectual and not doing this, totally cool, totally fine. I respect Daniel Bryan for all that. Bryan Danielson, I should say Bryan Danielson, not Daniel Bryan. I respect Mark Henry and Bully Ray on Busted Open. I heard, bullying is a bad thing. But, some guys, if the ribs are soft and, not trying to be hurtful, yeah, don't be a freaking pissant, man. Just be a man. Just tell them to F off. Higher ups or not. It's what it is, Some shit. Bullying shouldn't be in the workplace. This is my opinion. But, you can't control that shit. Back to the Dynamite episode, though. It was pretty good. I can't believe it. Tony Khan, either he's a genius or he's just really, really freaking crazy. Or he's just trying to keep good with TBS and TNT. Because he's got the TNT title for the men's division. Now he's got a TBS title for the women's division. I'm cool with this. I'm pretty cool. Because, it's something, these titles are something new, something different. WWE's got the US title, the Intercontinental title. And then you got the women's championships for Raw and SmackDown. And then you got the women's tag team championships. Then you go to NXT, you got the women's championship and the women's NXT tag team championship. So I understand that. I'm pretty cool with that. I'm really enjoying this. Bobby Fish is all Elite, so I just hope he doesn't join the Elite. Please don't. Please. I'm begging you, man. They got enough guys. And you know what? I can't wait to see what happens with AJ Styles and Finn Balor. Because, Finn's been doing some cryptic stuff on social media, saying, hey, brother, doing his Bullet Club stuff. You never know. Got Omos, who could be the next Bad Luck Fale. Bad Luck Fale is awesome. I would love that guy to death. That guy's pretty damn cool. Have you ever seen his Twitch account and his Twitter? Oh, his Instagram. He's freaking amazing. That guy's awesome. I love that guy. But, AEW wasn't disappointing at all this week. It was pretty good. NXT was really good. Raw was surprisingly good, if you can say. It was surprisingly good. I hear Austin Theory's going to get this massive push because he's young, he's got the look, and he's got the charisma. He's very animated. He's very good at getting what they want him to get across. So, kudos to Austin Theory. You deserve all that, man. You worked your ass off. You deserve it. Tomorrow's episode is Raw Rampage. Rampage has Sky Blue. Go Sky Blue. I love you. Beautiful, young, up-and-coming pro wrestling chick. She's awesome. She's fantastic. I can't say much about without just keep complimenting her. She's awesome. CM Punk is going to be taking on Daniel Garcia. CM Punk, I think everybody says, I'm getting tired of seeing CM Punk not wrestling that much on AEW. You got to understand, 7 years out of the industry, MMA, he was doing here and there. I think he doesn't really want to lose the magic of him wrestling. So you lay off the guy, okay? Just lay off. You got Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson wrestling almost every Dynamite, and that's cool. Adam Hangman Page returned last night, won the Casino Royale ladder thing, so that's cool. I don't think we're done seeing Moxley versus the Murder Hawk Lance Archer. That feud's going to keep going. If they're going to make another title, I'm pretty sure they're going to make it like an ultra violent or hardcore championship in AEW. Or a deathmatch title, or I don't know. It's just going to be insane. But that's my take on that. Pro wrestling take right now. WWE, again, still not much front on is Strowman going to Impact, or is he going to go back to WWE? What is Wyndham Rotunda, aka Bray Wyatt, doing? Nobody really knows, because everybody's just kind of, it's like, I know Adam Shearer, Braun Strowman, whatever. He's been on social media a lot, so, he is fighting EC3 in Freedom, Free the Narrative or something like that, too. So he's going to be taking him on. That's alright, that's cool. I'm not going to, dish on that too much, because I really can't follow too much more of that stuff. But again, tomorrow is Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage. We do have Crown Jewel coming up next week, the week after. And then you got Survivor Series. And in 3 weeks, we got Halloween Havoc, which is on Halloween, I'm guessing. I don't remember. I better probably go check that shit out. Halloween Havoc, 3 weeks. Yeah. So beyond the 26th, I guess. So whatever. Again, next NXT episode, you got Tommaso Ciampa versus Joe Gacy. If Joe Gacy wins, he gets added to the match. Who knows? Maybe he wins, maybe he loses. I don't know. But that's my intake on that. Again, NBA season starts in 2 weeks. Next week is the NHL regular season. Tonight's the Thursday nighter, so I'll be watching that a little. Try to watch it as much as I can at work. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe and smash that like. And leave a comment, please. I'm trying to make these as entertaining as I possibly can. I'm trying to keep doing it. The whole aspect of me doing these sports things and sports entertainment, because that's my feel. That's my love. Again, we got tonight also the hockey game, so I'm going to probably, I'm going to be trying to toss my head around like a freaking battering ram here. Because I gotta watch, I gotta cheer my Canucks on. I love my Canucks. Again, sad to see Jonah Gadjevich leave. He's gonna get an opportunity in San Jose, because I know that team's just in a shitty shape. So that's my thing. Again, I'm gonna cover more tomorrow. Recap from the Thursday nighter and other stuff, but I'm happy. MLB, baseball, Giants versus Dodgers. Let's go Dodgers! Beat the piss out of the Giants. I love you. You guys are awesome. So, yeah, y'all have a great Thursday, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.